The thing is, you think Puck was the best pick here?
I think Puck is good when Resolution plays it, so I'm down.
All right.
I think Puck beats Storm and lane pretty badly anyway, so I think that it's fine. There's not going to be much roaming, I think, on the side of rox.KIS now that they see a Puck, so it's going to be a lot of lane emphasis from both teams.
Yep.
And in that regard, I think that Empire probably get a tiny bit more out of it, just because we're assuming, I guess, that it's going to be a farming Centaur.
Which is something that we have not seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've generally been seeing kind of off-lane Centaurs.
Against the Puck here, what did he have to stop him? Like, they're relying completely on the Orchid.
Yes, when you get to the Orchid.
But that's it.
Yeah, it's kind of iffy if you're rox.KIS. But the thing is, Puck and Storm function very differently in the sense that Puck is pretty much purely an initiator, and he doesn't have what I would call the greatest of snowballing capability, but Storm is like the opposite. Yeah. He can initiate on one hero, but he transitions very, very well into the later stages of the game.
You can right-click carry like on him.
Yeah. So I think it's going to depend a lot on how the lanes go down, and I think Empire might get a slight advantage, but rox.KIS also have great fighting potential, and the thing that I like about the synergy behind the Storm and having the Centaur is that normally you have a Storm initiate, and there's not a whole lot of time for the rest of your team to get in position to follow up the Storm. Away. But now if you have Stampede, you can just be in the fight immediately. You know? So picking and choosing their fights is going to be something that rox.KIS are going to excel at, I think, this game.
All right, I'm going to take 15 seconds to talk about something very pointless.
All right, let's do it.
If you look at Mag's inventory, notice what's empty. It's the top right-hand corner slot.
If it could be a branch, baby.
If you're dropping an Observer Ward, first move the Observer Ward to your last slot and then drop it. Because if you're playing against people that pay attention, which is only like 2 people in the world, they would know there's a ward being dropped. Unless you're being completely next level and don't have a ward, then just like
I was actually watching Aki from Alliance playing Chen the other day, and he walked down towards the rune spot as Dire, and he dropped the wards before he walked down, and then like just walked around and then came back and picked the wards back up. So people do notice.
Okay. It is not pointless then.
That is like next level. That's why I would hate playing support competitively.
Because you have to watch
it would be like, it's like, oh god, he's just faking it. Oh, is he not faking it? It's like, oh, it's too much, man. Too much.
Denied.
You're one man.
It's true. One man, one mission. Dota. So it's a dual off lane from rox.KIS and bottom lane against the Lycan, which this should actually do fairly well, honestly. Like double ranged, you have a Lich as well. They're going to be able to control the lane pretty effectively, and it's going to be pretty difficult for, I think, Empire to do much about it.
Rubik's doing the crazy thing.
Yeah, he's doing the crazy pull. He's going to go all the way around, bring the creep.
And I think they do need something like that, because you say, like you say, Sadoy and Goldblack's going to slowly win this lane, and there's not much Lycan could do about it.
Well, it's pretty even now.
They're trading farm, I suppose.
My question is it really worth it? Because the Lycan being sacrificed in this position, I don't really know if I like it that much, because he's kind of the one who needs to farm the most, and you're putting a lot of emphasis on Resolution doing well in his lane, and Mag as well, but Mag is going to have a hard time regardless because he's against the dual lane.
Every time we've seen Empire, have they picked Lycan? I'm pretty sure it's nearly...
I think Silence played it like every game, yeah.
They first pick it.
I should know this, actually, sorry.
You are the stats man.
100% Lycan pick.
100% win rate.
110% win rate.
Yeah.
You see.
It's good stuff.
So it's not looking great, judging by them stats.
Well, Resolution, he's a tiny bit behind in overall CS, but he has some denies, so Solo's not doing too poorly. The problem is he's used a ton of mana to CS. You can see he's like totally out of mana right now. He's used a ton of remnants just to make sure that he gets the early farm to get to his bottle.
And he just got it.
Yeah. I think that's how you kind of have to play it, though, you know? Like, if you're playing against a hero who has better range, better animation, top lane, Mag's taking some damage, but I think he'll be fine.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Yeah, this is kind of what we predicted when we saw the hero, especially Puck to end things out. It's going to be a very passive early game because the support, at least from the rox.KIS side, will not try to roam on Resolution.
What does Centaur bring to the late game? Like, as a carry hero, that's usually what I think of a carry hero. You know, your late game carry.
Well, I don't think they necessarily want him to, quote-unquote, carry as much as they do want a mid-game initiator who can follow up the Storm. Because the Storm goes in solo, right? Like, he pretty much has to go on Puck. every single time, or he's going to get coiled and silenced. So you need somebody else who can stop the Rubik from like lifting you when you ball in, or just having two methods. You know, you say, okay, we lock both of these down simultaneously, and then we can go for a kill. Because if you get like hook shot or something, there's a lot of ways that Empire have to get themselves back into the fight. So just having another hero to go in with the Storm is helpful, because maybe the Storm won't be the first target that gets focused down, and focusing a Centaur is not really the greatest idea. So
To me, Centaur also brings very similar to what Slaughter brings to the table, like Initiator, like you point about. But he also packs a lot more like magical damage early on with Double Edge.
yeah.
And with return scaling with strength, like he does have some resemblance to late game. In fact, I think a little bit better than Slaughter when amp damage kind of falls off. So, I mean, there are games where Heart Centaur is just, like, it's unkillable. I don't think that will happen this game against a Lycanthrope, but, and an Ancient Apparition Ice Blast, but, you know, he does have some resemblance of late game.
Yeah, I like the initiation and just the damage that he can do. Because like you were saying, Sartor needs like an item or two.
Yeah.
Like he needs a BKB. Centaur,
I still think Centaur needs Blink.
yeah, he needs Blink, but the Sartor would need a Blink and a BKB.
Sure.
You know? And I honestly think that for the early game, Centaur ult is better than Amp. Because having another hero or two other heroes in a better position during the fight can be way bigger of a difference than just having minus 10 armor on one person.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, sure, it could be on multiple heroes at once, but we're talking like small scale fights, so it's hard to say. Treant's actually not denying the rune.
You were complaining about my Dazzle build the other day. What do you
I
think
was.
you should do as Dazzle in this game?
I typically think that whenever you have a team that's going to initiate, or if you're playing aggressive, then getting like 2 or 3 points and a poison touch is fine. I actually don't like maxing heal, like at all. I think that Grave is most of the time better, just because as a Dazzle, sometimes you could be the focus of attention from the enemy, and you want to stay like as far back as you can to force them to initiate on somebody that they know they can't kill and waste spells on them. I don't know. I just think that's the best way to play
I
it.
maxed the heal in that game, and then the next game I was playing with Waga and Lumi, I think, and I maxed the Grave. First blood.
Yeah, solo.
Oh,
Gets pretty
Courier?
much annihilated.
Courier?
Courier's going to die too.
Double
Yeah.
damage. Boom.
Where did we see that before?
The Treant.
Rox.KIS just don't love their
That was
couriers.
Alliance.
Middle
Okay,
tower is
got
under
first blood in the
attack.
Courier.
No, we
right?
just had it
The
last
last
game.
game.
Oh,
when
yeah,
the
yeah.
Invoker got smoke ganged mid.
They don't love their courier, Rox.KIS.
Unfortunate.
Well, that's 2 for 2.
I don't know. I think Max Grave is pretty strong. I guess the argument against it would be that you're not fighting often enough to make Grave worth skilling.
We
But-
had Undying, Sand King.
Okay, yeah, so you're fighting all the
Dyer's
time.
middle
Pretty much.
tower is under
'Cause, I mean,
attack.
Undying is a fighting here. That's what he does.
And Waga was like, no, don't max Grave. I was like, but Dandy told me.
I just like it in situations where you know you're going to be going ham.
Yeah.
Because it's not even the cooldown so much as it is the range. Like, the cast range goes up so much. It almost doubles at the max rank comparative to what you have it at level 1. And against teams that have, like, Clockwork Hook and a Lycan who can run at you extremely fast and a Puck who's going to eventually have a Blink, I think that having range is, like, supremely important for that ability.
Completely fair point. I haven't actually seen the Max Grave build, at least in competitive play, so.
Well, I mean, you still get Poison Touch as well, right? Like, I'm just saying keep heal at 1. That's the
Okay.
way that I would do it.
A lot of people have been maxing or getting 2 levels in Poison Touch, which I still have yet to understand.
Well, I mean, it does a bit more damage, I guess. The slow portion goes up to, what, like 1 second of 66% slow instead of 3 of 33%, so it scales meh, right? I don't know.
I just think with a hero like Dazzle, where basically all of his skills are very good, arguably.
You could do multiple things.
Yeah, and I think like when you're a support hero, you have to be very careful in terms of how you skill your points. So I personally would not put the second point Poison Touch.
Yeah, because you're so under leveled that you
Yeah.
have.
I mean, assuming that you want to emphasize on either on Grave or Hero, right? Or Poison Touch, because you think Poison Touch is a better max, but in any case.
Beforehand, it was like necessary, but now it's like it instantly cancels TP. So level 1, it's pretty
Decent, yeah. Decent ability. Oh, Hood first. 7-minute Hood on Centaur. So he's going to go Hood into Blink, which I think is like normal Centaur build, actually. I don't think going straight Blink is that great, because you double edge yourself, and it doesn't really matter if you have a ton of HP if you give away like most
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah, like after every gank, if you go with Blink first, you get the gank off and you get a kill, and that you're happy, and then you have to go well because you just have no HP. So Good is a very kind of hefty price. I personally would have gone for like Ring of Health into Blink and then finish the Hood afterwards, but you know, You're double edging a lot of things, and he's been using double edge in lane just on mag like a harass. So it's,
Yeah.
I guess it's fine.
You see the solo going into the jungle here. Is that just like I always never know when to do this?
I think it's because he realizes that Resolution is now level 8, and if he gets Coil silenced, there is a possibility that he could die. And the other thing is, too, when you're playing against a hero who has just better laning than you, sometimes it can be more effective to go jungle because you know you're not going to be able to farm the wave anyway. Like, he bought full treads. When you buy treads, you want to win your lane harder because your attack animation goes up, your damage goes up, it secures last hits, and I don't really think that he wants to sit in lane and use all his mana just spamming Remnant just to CS, and he'll still get harassed during that time. So I think he just did it as a means to ensure that he gets some farm.
Yeah, I don't know what their idea is to send Puck in the middle now. I do see Vanscore coming to the mid lane. I think dual laning is the correct response here, with Yol just giving Grave protection to solo. But like, if your silence is good enough, you can even get Yol out of it because of that level 1 Grave. You have to get so close to cast. Looks like there's a huge ancient stack, or a huge stack.
Holy
sorry.
shit, that's scary.
Not
looking.
ancient, excuse me. Huge regular camp stack for Silent Tick in the Radiant jungle. I don't think can he even take this?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, he can. It's just going to take a while.
He has to make sure not to have 3 units beside him, otherwise this Centaur will clap him.
Well, the thing is, now that he has Vlad's, he can actually kill it quite easily.
I think he was trying to bait
And he
out
has
this
level 4 wolves too, so not only do they have the damage, but they have regen as well. And they're going to spot out Solo in the woods, who's just kind of hanging out. They're not going to be able to really get anything out of this, but yeah, it's not great right now for rox.KIS. They're kind of just moving around the map. They're not really getting a whole heck of a lot. Their mid is kind of struggling, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
And Resolution, on the other hand, is desperately close to his blink because he took, I believe, the majority of the creeps
Yes,
in
he
that
did.
stack.
I think it actually was meant for him and not the Lycan. So,
Yeah.
holy crap!
Getting that early blink, man.
He just had treads, and that's pretty much it. And it's only 1,800, 1,900 gold.
He's doing well, this lad.
Yeah, I don't know what the Storm is supposed to do in this lane, to be honest. Like, it's so hard to lane against a Puck, especially when he finishes his boots. There was a period of time where I played Puck and I just didn't finish my boots because I just went straight for the blink. You know, I was like 950 gold towards blink is better than...
You still got the bottle and stuff.
Yeah, of course. Like, you get bottle, wand, TPs, and then you go blink.
Okay.
But he has actually foregone wand as well. So he didn't spend the 500 gold on that, but he spent the other on the wand. Or the treads.
Yeah.
So some of it's preference. If you want to win your lane harder, you get the treads for sure. Like, finishing your boots is really good for laning. I don't know. It's just player preference, I guess. And bottom lane, he's spotting out Vanscore. He's just like, I'm looking at you so hard right now, but you don't know it.
I mean, there is a possibility if he was low enough, he and a Prophet from TP can dare do something. But,
Yeah, if they get like a sprout into heal kind of thing.
he has a
going.
max poison touch bill, so
Yeah.
he actually could hurt quite a bit. I think Solo needs to be careful. If he takes too much more right click, he's just straight up dead.
He has blink, yeah, it's instant as well, the silence. Sometimes I actually max silence before orb on Puck.
It depends on your matchup. Again, like towards laning, it's better to max orb because the orb has a lower cooldown. You can spam it more, 12 seconds. I think silence is like 16, yeah. So 16 seconds for that. And plus, you have to be on top of them to use it, so it's not a good ability to use for harass.
Oh, he's going in.
Flank forward, yeah. He wants to go on Yol. Coil's going to be dropped. Free kill for Resolution. Here comes the ball in from Solo.
He's
Is
orbed
he going to
out.
drop a Remnant?
He's orbed out.
Yeah. Oh, wait, I thought he phase shifted. No, he did.
He face shift and then
Yeah, okay.
John.
My PC, like, every once in a while, just lags out. I don't know why.
It's a bit jittery.
Yeah. Shane or Bruno's seen it before. He just goes bleep, bleep. Oh, hook shot missed.
Good dodge, good dodge.
It's actually easier to follow Andy's camera. I don't know, it's just the way
Tower is under attack.
Lumi controls the camera is really weird.
Tower is under attack.
He looks at odd things.
What are you trying to say, bro?
Why are we looking at this waterfall?
What?
The waterfall's interesting, man. The waterfall,
I like the noise.
it needs to be noticed. Hey, man.
Dyer's middle tower
Hammer guy
is
web
under
boss.
attack.
He's on it, man. He's on it today. So, Blink now going to be done, too, on Centaur. Actually, he hasn't bought it yet.
No. Is he not going for it?
Heart, rush heart. BM.
I would
no.
be really shocked
Against
if he didn't
AA,
get
you
Blink.
rush your heart? Jesus. How not to do it. All right, there
There we go. Cool beans. Cool beans. I actually think Blade Mail wouldn't have been terrible either, but that's relying pretty heavily on your Stampede getting you into the fight for sure. And against Cogs, that's kind of risky business.
I think if you have a Puck on your team, Blade Mail will suddenly be a lot better. But when you have no really way to
Oh,
prevent them
you
from
wanna
chasing,
fly?
he wants the ice cone.
Oh, Blinken, always want to fly. There's the double edge.
yes, the double
Oh,
edge.
and just Prophet was like, what? Those cogs actually brought him in?
Yeah.
That was definitely interesting. Here comes Resolution.
Stampede! Get
He's got
yourself
the
out of
haste
there.
rune, but he's coiled.
10-1,
Max casually
10-1,
hitting a
10-1.
range creep. Oh, no, he's dead.
Do you think he should have turned around to double edge?
Well, he might have gotten a kill, but Yol, he's in the fight as well, so Doi teleports into the back. He wants to go for Mag, but he doesn't really do that much right-click damage. Mag's going to TP after dropping the cogs, and Yol, he's going to manage to grave himself. Here comes the Sprout. Resolution totally out of mana right now. He doesn't have anything to break the Sprout either. Here comes Solo. They're going to try to hunt him down. The salve is used. It's a trap. The treant trap. Or, yeah, they are still treants. They look like little Christmas trees,
Yeah, little
though.
Christmas trees, yeah.
At least these tree sets actually look like trees. Here's some of the Prophet tree sets. You're just like, what is
I
going
have
on?
the flower ones, and they look so
Dire
stupid.
structures are
I love them.
fortified.
But
I like the mushrooms.
yeah,
The
they're
mushroom ones are cool.
They kind of run like
Mid lane here, Chain
Silent.
Frost as well as a Stomp. They want Silent dead. The Sprout's gonna keep it in place. The Chain Frost 10 bounces, boys. Get out of here.
Those wolves took like no damage from that chain frost, by the way. Just it hits him for like 20 and then hits silent for like 200. I don't really think that's good.
Radiant
It's not great.
structures are fortified.
That blink dagger's paying dividends though, man.
Yeah, when I see a blink dagger on here, it's like Centaur or Slider. I always think like the
Radiant's
pressure's on.
top
Yeah.
tower has
They're gonna get a free kill on Storm. So
Like shit.
yeah, blink and silence. Didn't even have to use a coil there. Just dead. I guess they hooked him though.
Yeah, they hooked and then blinked in silent to follow under a tier 1. Did it get the tier 1 deny? No. Oh, Storm
he
got the tower.
Yeah.
So, hashtag worth.
Yep, definitely worth. Unfortunately, even if he gets the tower, he's only level 9, and Resolution is almost level 12. So
That reliable goal, though.
I don't know, man. You really don't want to be that underleveled on a Storm.
Look, still better than Ace, right? Ace would be level 5 by now. Remember that
Yeah,
one
that's
game
true.
when he was level
Dire's
3 10
top
minutes in?
tower
God, I
is
felt so
under
bad for him that
attack.
game, man. They just threw him to the wolves.
Like there was the boss like annihilated him. It wasn't
Like, we'll
even
sing
like,
Tales of Your Valor, bud. We're out of here. See you in 20 minutes. Ironically, that game did not end well.
surprising. That
Yeah, level 3 Storm at like 10 minutes in.
I think even longer.
So, at this stage, I think the game is still insanely close, right? But I kind of have to give Empire the edge because Silent, even though he's died once, he's pretty much been left to his own devices for the most part. And his jungle camp
All blocked.
it's blocked, but I think that all he really has to do is just go kill towers. I don't think he really needs to jungle anymore at this stage. And you want to get to tier 1s because you want to open up the opportunity to go for Roche.
I don't know. I feel like this
Oh,
way,
top lane, yeah. Rip.
Storm again.
the way that this game has to go for rox.KIS is that this Centaur has to do so much work. And I mean, his score has to be like Boba Axe from last week, where you just go over places and kill a whole bunch of people. He's not even close to doing that. Meanwhile, you have a Clockwork and a Puck that's just wrecking havoc. So rox.KIS also, I mean, we talked about Centaur's late game. I think this game he's going to have a very, very tough time dealing with Ancient Apparition Ice Blast, regardless of how tanky he gets. It's also they're going to have a tough time defending their towers. Here comes the tier 1 push. Yo's dropping low. He should be fine. I say that. I say that.
He had Grave, but maybe he wasn't expecting the hook.
No
mean-
one expects the hook.
Even if he graved himself, the hook would have just killed him afterwards with battery assault and everything else.
Yeah, but if he stays there, right, and say Mag uses cogs,
Yeah.
then maybe they can counter-initiate with and maybe get a return kill instead of him just
Sure,
dying.
sure.
Because they were technically diving past the tier 1 before it died, but it did die. But yeah, I think this is kind of the game plan that Empire should just adopt is kill all the tier 1s. Like, there's no reason why you should leave them alive with a Lycan on your team, and knowing that you have the initiation kind of potential, and I would even say advantage, because Puck is so much easier to initiate or counter-initiate with than a Storm, because if the Storm goes on the wrong target, you're just dead. Like, you're going to get lifted, you're going to get your ball stolen, or grip or something like that, and you're going to be real sad. Resolution, though, with the Invis.
baiting everybody out, but Storm is going to be initiating. They're going to throw a Centaur. What chain
They
frost being
chained him,
used?
yeah.
Well,
Interesting.
There's a lot of hate for the ice cream.
They might still go on this.
they should. A lot of spells down. Puck in
Solo.
perfect
He's gonna
position.
get lifted. Is he going to go for the silence? Oh, he waits too long. I think he was actually well in range beforehand. Nice dodge, though, from Resolution on the stomp. Coil's going to come out, lands on 2. Solo.
Grave?
He wants to go for silent, but he's not doing that much damage. Grave onto the Centaur, keeping him alive for quite a while. Mag goes down at the same time as the
That
Storm.
Grave.
And now, looks like they want to continue chasing. Silent going for Sadoy. Grave still on cooldown. Yol running into tower range. Shapeshift going to wear off, and Looks like
blocked
it's just
himself
going to
in
be
his goal.
overall a 2 for 2, I guess, because one person died always want to fly before the fight happened, and then
Not over yet. Ice Blast coming up top, and it's going to hit on Sadoy, I believe. Oh, he just got out of range. Keep in mind, there is a Blink Puck available. He's not back yet. Have a lot of mana in the pool. And this tier 1's going to go down.
A bit low on the old health, though, isn't he?
I mean, rox.KIS, quote-unquote, did okay in the fight, but they didn't do well enough to actually push everybody back. Lycan was at full HP, so tower's down.
still a really good trade for Empire. Like, without a doubt, they came ahead there.
Yeah.
Or came out ahead.
It's kind of like what rox.KIS did in the last game with the Lycan.
I mean, that's considering that he did not get the Waning Rift opening on the Storm.
Yeah.
It could have went downhill very quickly.
He's another character I hate for that same purpose as the Ember Spear. It's like, just instantly change, like, dispels or disjoints even any spell.
I'm actually a bit surprised that he didn't just go for the Waning Rift sooner, because when you see telekinesis, you know he's going to throw him into you.
Yeah.
And, like, he could have very easily gotten that. It was just a bit of mistiming, so.
That's fine. I mean, Empire
happens.
being Empire, just winning games right now.
They are game winners, aren't they?
Yeah. I hope the Centaur pick doesn't disappoint, because so far it's
doing a little bit of work, but the thing is, I don't think Centaur is one of those heroes that you can put the entire game on his back, you know what I mean?
No.
And Sadoy has gone for the Shadowblade, so his team fight potential really isn't that good. I think Shadowblade kind of fell off when people started realizing all you have to do is pick like one or two good initiators, and the hero just becomes useless without them.
Nope.
Oh,
Zip
initiation
mid.
on mid, yeah. Mag gets a really nice blade mail off, but not going to really matter.
They also nerfed Shadowblade.
And he just like panic bought a Helm of Iron Will, so maybe that's going to be a
Veil?
Veil, yeah, I guess. I mean, that's the only item I can think of it being.
Maybe he's getting a Helmet of Dominator
Dude.
so he can stack Ancients for his
Mass
bows.
TP's coming in. Blink Stomp onto Silent. Double Edge is going to be there as well. There's the Stampede Coil. And Silent's coming in from Resolution. Orb actually secures the kill on the Centaur. And the Storm's going to be dropping as well.
Chain
The casual
Frost?
Chain Frost from Godblack. And Silent's just like, hug me.
Whatever.
I need it so bad. In the river,
Oh
y'all.
my god.
It's not his happy place. He uses Grave. Vanscore's chasing him down. He actually stole Centaur's Stomp, by the way. So
Yeah, he's had it for a bit. I think he's really looking for Stampede, but I don't
this
think
is looking really grim right now for rox.KIS.
Come.
Trying the Ra.
Dyer's
Yeah, so they
bottom
nerfed
tower
Shadowblade
has
recently as well.
fallen.
They increased the cooldown.
Yep.
Clockwork. Oof.
By a lot, actually.
Yeah, they did, yeah. That was another big nerf too. I still like it on Shadow Fiend, but I think that's the only character I get out of.
Yeah, I can see it on Shadow Fiend just to get yourself in a better position for fights. But the thing with Prophet is, it's like,
Dyer's
if you get
bottom
initiated
tower
on with the
is under
Shadowblade, you are
attack.
dead.
Because they know where you are. It's not
Right.
as if...
Yeah, I think this game, the Shadow Blade's more so for like keeping in the back of the fight and just picking off the supports. Like
But
Ancient
even
Apparition
then, I
is
still think that book's better.
you summon Book, sprout him, and just go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that.
I don't know. It's not only, like, I feel like Shadowblade's such a one-dimensional item choice for him, because the Necro Book offers you more damage.
Doesn't a Necro book cost like 5.5k though?
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
Where's this is 3K,
Yeah.
But the first rank of Necro Book costs...
2.7.
Yeah, it's less than a Shadowblade
the first
is. and
rank
it
in
gives
Necro
you,
book is just terrible though. Like.
It still gives
Yeah,
you
it's
technically
okay.
more damage.
You can bully supports around.
Yeah. I mean, if that's the goal of the item. And not only that, but, I mean, just having it for the later stages. Let's be honest, 1,250 gold is not a lot to a Prophet.
Yeah.
It's just not. So, even in games like this, where you're technically behind, you're still going to find the money to upgrade it. He's actually just going for the Orchid. So he's going like full-fledged team fight. I like the Orchid choice just because, again, no BKB carriers really.
And they need a way to deal with that puck, because
Yeah.
so
Who has
far
that?
But the puck can buy a Yules. And in that sense, I feel like Orchid is kind of... I don't know. I don't feel like the item is that strong a lot of the time, because Yules is a direct counter to
And
the
it's
item.
cheaper.
And it's cheaper, yeah. So, I don't know. Hard to say.
Oh, here comes the puck after
That's a
Ice
good
Blast
score.
solo.
Oh my
Dead.
God.
Nice pick.
This game just like nothing but picks, but rox.KIS does not push nearly as good as Team Empire does.
Good thing I got resolution on my team. I'm kicking Bai's ass right now. Hook shot.
Come on,
Gonna hit the creeps.
Bottom tower is
Man, I don't
under
have Envy
attack.
on my team.
I've got Mag and
Sad.
Silent.
Oh, bottom lane. Sadoy suddenly realizing maybe my Shadowblade wasn't the greatest choice. The mana
I
burn.
mean, the Necrofolk would not have done anything for him regardless there.
But I'm invisible.
No way, man. He could have body blocked with a Necro Book. Oh, Hex on
Oh.
Godblack. Goodbye,
Oh,
sir.
oh.
Wow. What a stomp.
But here comes
They're gonna
Ice
throw the
Blast.
chain. Resolution forced to phase shift. Silent just bathing in that chain frost along with Vanscore. Is going to get hit by another bounce. Oh, boy. That's not looking so great. But
Silent
Silent
Necro.
still manages to get a double kill. managing to pick off Goblak. Now Solo, he's in the fight as well. He's going to just ball back and forth, I guess, and get silenced. A 4-man stop from Centaur. He gets a double edge off as well. Can they actually kill anyone? Looks like Always Wanna Fly is going to eventually go down, but Solo, he gets a double in the meantime as well. Mag manages to help get Yol. Solo just going completely mad. He gets the triple, but every single person on rox.KIS ends up going down for it.
Oh my god, that grave, and he just all of a sudden just grew balls of fucking steel and just like zoomed in.
That was so bizarre. Like, what a turn of events. I mean, Empire still got the better of it, but it wasn't by much.
I mean, that's not
That
too
stomp,
bad.
though.
Yeah, that's not too bad for the Stormster, who's had nothing. Suddenly now 2 Oblivion Staffs. Once you get the Orchid, suddenly the magic starts to happen for him. So that's actually starting looking up.
Or the anti-magic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, by the way,
That's
when
an
he got the
armlet's a
help,
mag.
yeah, Armlet Clock, it's no jokes. Armlet is actually one
So he's
of...
going treads, yeah.
What?
Oh,
I heard
top
Hex.
lane, yeah. That's
Dead.
possibly a dead Sidoi. We'll see.
Shadow Blade, though,
Nice.
on CD.
Phase shifted. His blink's going to be up. He should be fine.
Oh.
Stomp time was Solo.
Oh.
He's balling
The
out of
Batman's
control.
here. The
He
Batman's
wants
here.
it. He wants it so bad. He's going to have orb in 1 second. Can he go to it? No, he can't.
The pool. Worth.
Pity, pup. You lighten the air.
Armlet, by the way, one of the
Yeah,
most...
that was a gem, by the way.
Dyer's
And the
bottom
streak.
tower is under
Worth for the
attack.
Storm, I mean. I didn't know.
Of course it was worth it for the storm, you got a kill.
That Storm has died 7 times. Holy cow.
No prob. He's got Orchid.
No, yeah, I think it is a problem. You don't want to die 7 times in a
I mean,
Storm, man.
Okay, it's actually really... Okay, not as bad to go 0-7 and then get 6
Dyer's
kills.
bottom tower
Which is
is
kinda what
under
happened, right?
attack.
Dead Centaur.
Yeah.
Should be
That
at least.
baby, the baby.
That hood, though. That hood, though.
Oh,
The rocket's secure.
Jack.
Get me them points, Mag.
What a player. I want to see him finish his treads. If you're going to go Armlet, you pretty much need to make treads.
Why did he get Armlet?
It's one of the most cost-effective items for Strength Hero, damage-wise.
Well, damage and survivability, honestly. Like, even though they nerfed the toggle, it's still really nice to have, like, the armor, the HP regen, attack speed. And when you put somebody inside of the cogs, unless you're going, like, Book or something, Armlet actually does a reasonable amount of damage. I think it's, like, what, total 51 damage or something? Like, if you include the strength-
65.
No, it's 50, yeah, it's...
60, I think, or something
No, it's
ridiculous.
56. 56. It's
No.
31 damage and 25 strength, yeah.
And it also gives you, like, plus 4 damage when you activate it. I don't...
It's attack speed. So it's like 25 attack speed and 56 damage. Total. Like, just pure DPS stats.
Silence.
Yeah, but it also gives...
Oh, blink forward,
It also gives you
resolution.
plus 9 damage.
Yeah, plus 9 on
Finds
top.
Goblak. Oh, yeah, you're
Oh.
right. It is 65. Yeah.
Get on my level, Drasco!
Whatever, man. I suck at math. Resolution.
Oh, chain?
He's going to eat a chain frost. The stomp comes in. They're going to be able to pick off resolution again. Solo, he's going to get bounced by the cogs. Gets lifted up in the air as well by Vanscore. He's going for a
He's out
spell
of there.
steal. Doesn't actually get anything, though. What is he going to steal? Looks like it's going to be Shadow Wave. Not the best spell, but he'll take it.
So I didn't actually realize this before, but if you actually lift someone into cogs,
Yes.
it doesn't actually drain their mana.
No, he already got bounced.
Yeah,
That
he already
one,
got hit.
one
Yeah,
bounce.
when you bounce off of a cog, the cog actually like
Dyer's
disarms and
structures
Yeah,
doesn't
you don't bounce
you
a second time.
Yeah,
That would be effed up.
that would be ridiculous.
It's like you have a black hole going, you put a hog in the middle.
Silent. He's not done. That poor Dazzle. No mana. Just gets eaten
health.
alive by the wolf.
It's okay, though. That Storm's coming back. He wants some more.
Would it be
You see
appropriate
Vanscore?
to say that...
So rox.KIS have gotten 1 tower.
Dude, no, they're gonna
Yeah,
get
it's
Van
not great.
Score. Where's the Storm? There you go. Oh,
Oh,
my
he
god,
falls
that
into
ball
everyone.
is so
That's
much
not a good
damage.
idea.
Out of mana, though. The
Okay,
Centaur could
instantly
not
dies.
follow. He
Oh my
gets
God.
frozen, and now he's gonna get right click. Bam.
Radiant's
Right in the dome.
bottom
Right in the face.
So
Vanscore's
nice.
going to go down, but well worth it. And then
GG, well
GG.
played.
God, man. That Storm was just like, I'm gonna get... Oh.
That's exactly something I do.
No, if the Centaur came after the ball, they
Dyer's
won a
middle
team fight.
tower is
Clean.
under attack.
Yeah, because there was like 4 people standing
Yeah,
on top of
yeah.
each other. No, I
Right,
agree. But it's, like I said, it's putting a lot on the Centaur to just say, oh yeah, just get like 4-man
He
stomps
got
every
4
fight,
messed
man.
up earlier.
Yeah,
That
but
was
I'm not
awesome.
saying he played bad. I'm just saying that if your team requires you to get 4-man stomps to win, you got issues, man.
Just take it to 79, man.
Take it to 79.
That's how you beat Lycan, by the way.
I think Lycan is like